ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between and beyond. Welcome to our stream number 135 on the 9th of December 2022. I heartily welcome you all to our stream. And I hope you're having a good start into the weekend, feeling the beat of your heart, of the world, how everything can be fine and smooth. So people, are you ready? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, how are you all doing? How are you feeling? What are your plans for this weekend? Enjoying time, enjoying your life? Those are the best plans you can have. I'm in a good mood so far. I don't know why. I wasn't able to finish my work. I am sometimes a little bit cold. But still, it's just... everything is very good. Too good, on my side at least. So I would like to give the feeling as many people as possible, right? Having the feeling of having some fun, some chill out, some happiness in your heart. And the feeling that you are not alone. And you, right, you, are very important. I hope you know that. This is how we're doing it. So friends, but I think today there are not going to be big surprises as usual, every day one or another big surprise, some big improvements. But today, no big improvements, but just me and you having fun. And having fun with something that we have done already quite a few times. So I would say, let's just start right away. That is the perfectly fitting music for that. Don't you think? Alright, here we go. What do you think, friends? Shall we start again a little bit with famous places of the world, because I think they are really very interesting on the first place, but also they're teaching us quite a lot. I mean, I like it to look up some information about the things we found, like the Blue Mosque in Istanbul, for example, what we found the last time. The Chichen Itza pyramids, right, in Mexico, Yucatan. Or the fact, the very surprising to me, that there are two Notre Dames. The Notre Dame in Paris, Notre Dame de Paris, the very famous one. But actually, there's another one as well. The Notre Dame de Chartres, actually. So at least two Notre Dames. Maybe we found today a third one. Who knows, right? Maybe today there's going to be a third one. Alright, so I would like to actually start right away. We have had some flags as well yesterday. Was very nice. What is this actually? Qualification progress. Collect more QP to qualify. To qualify for what? What is this? So is this the tournament? Maybe we should try to qualify actually for a tournament as well. Sometimes. I mean, it's very improbable that I'm going to be very successful in this, but you guys could be very successful in that, right? This is my thoughts about that. So here you can see the current week within the season. Underneath, you can see which day of the week the season is currently in. You can qualify for the weekend series all week. Also, there's every weekend a tournament, but the weekend series is only open between day 5 and 7. So on Friday to Sunday, right? And how can we qualify? Enter weekend series. Weekend series had started, so we can't qualify anymore because it has already started. Correct? Is this the way how this works? Probably it is, right? Probably it is. As you remember yesterday, I told you that I actually wanted to start earlier today at 4 o'clock UST plus 0. But yeah, it's live, right? It's live. But what I'm thinking that maybe the time would be actually better for those who are usually doing some things on Fridays. Having better things to do than watching someone, even if it's me, geoguessing very badly, right? So, alright, we're going to try next week to qualify maybe for the weekend tournament, because today is day 5 and the qualification period is already over, as I assume, correct? And how can we qualify at all? How to play? Yeah. Alright, so for today, get together, play with your friends. For today I would like to try dumb test for smart people. Interesting. Today I would like to try something new, probably. Focusing, for example, on some specific places of the world. I don't know how about you, but I have really some problems with distinguishing all the countries in the Southern American, right, region, because they do have a similar feeling and the languages are not very different. So this is something that I would like to focus on today, maybe trying to focus on the Southern American region. So, but today first, right now, we are starting with some famous places again. And as usual, don't hesitate. If you would like to try and just join here with this link, would be awesome. I'm always enjoying if you were here with me together. Let's go. Famous places, round 1. Oh, Venice. It is Venice, I think and hope, or otherwise it's a city which is quite in danger. I mean, no one is saying that Venice is not in a danger, because it is. It is always in danger of going down, unfortunately, right? That's one of the problems there. The interesting thing, after I've changed the way we're listening to music, after every song, I still feel, what if there is going to be a new advertisement that I have to switch it away? So I'm always listening, advertisement or not, and there's not coming an advertisement. That's awesome. it's a little bit free. Yeah, it is. I don't know why I have such a funny mood today. I'm so funny. I wonder, are those the only channel where really boats can go around? Because I think those one are really by foot, right? So like, it's not like there are boats as well in the little streets. So let's say this place where we are at the moment is maybe right here, right? Maybe it is, but it's not. It's a little bit more into the southwest, east, southeast. Yeah, you can hear I'm very good in geography and everything that has to do with that. Wally, hello there. How are you doing? As usual, it's very late for you, but it is always the biggest pleasure to see your smileys and your words in our chat. It's a habit, maybe. Maybe. It is probably a habit. Great to see you. Great to feel you in the chat. Being with us. Trying to get better. So interestingly, we should have placed our little sign exactly on the roof of this building. Though, I mean, I think, of course, the Venice people were always very innovative, right? But I think they were not flying around in the on their ships, on the rooftops, right? This music today. Somehow I'm feeling the music today. I just can feel it. Oh, who's hiding there? Oh, who's hiding? ASMR starting? Because of what? Because of the music? Oh, because of this? Sorry. Not yet an ASMR stream, but who knows, maybe sometime they're gonna be some great sounds. Finally, look at this, Wally. Here is the Illuminati, the all-seeing pyramid. And it is exactly now the time to send. By the way, music is very nice. Yeah, I like it so far. So actually, we have heard that already 1,000 times probably. But today I'm feeling it because I'm not afraid of advertisement. Maybe. Maybe there's another reason. Actually, I thought, yes, here it goes. Here are the Illuminati. Juicy Pants 69. What an interesting name. Hello there. Great to see you here in our chat. How are you doing? How are you doing? Do you know maybe where we are? I'm great. How about you? I assume this is what the abbreviation means. I'm just great today. I don't know. Just enjoying music, enjoying some crazy maps in GeoGuessr. So about something. This is Washington. I thought so. I thought so as well. But I'm always struggling to find the exact place. Of I mean, this is the memorial thing. Is it here? Is that this? So somewhere here? Or is it another one? Or is this one? No, I think it's this one. This is the Lincoln Memorial, right? Because I think there is not the obelisk, there's something else, right? It's the Washington Monument. Oh, it is? I thought it is the Lincoln Memorial. So this here then. But if this is the Washington Monument, the Lincoln Memorial is a big temple. Oh, I see. I see. So shouldn't there be somewhere the White House? Oh, we were a little bit wrong about the positioning. So thank you very much, Juicy Pants. So the Lincoln Memorial is a big temple. It is. Oh, it is where literally Lincoln is sitting, right? The very famous place, actually. Now I remember exactly. Exactly. A big temple. Yeah, you know the where the cool guy is sitting. Let's see. Here, you know, Monsieur Abraham Lincoln. This is the temple-like thing, right? So exactly on the other side. Why is the quality so bad? Okay. Google doesn't want to show us the picture. But here we go. The Greek style temple, yeah. JuicyPants69 writes, would you like to play a GeoGuessr quiz you made today? You made a GeoGuessr quiz? Sure. How it's called? How's the name of it? And what is it about? Wait, wasn't there Dan I saw? Dan, hello there. Who could be nearby? It should be Dan. How are you doing, Dan? How are your projects? How is your tournament? It's about impossible flags. I have many quizzes made. Well, Juicy Pants, this would be awesome. I like flags, in a way. I was always trying to find the flags of the world, which are very difficult sometimes. So, is the name of the flags... Oh, can you send me the link? Can you send me the link in the direct message? This would be awesome. This would be awesome, my friend. 100% growth, then. Here we go. This is how I wanna hear it every day. 100% growth. Right?
Juicy Pants 69 is now following.
Thanks for your follow, my friend. Thank you very much. So after 3 more rounds, I will definitely try to do it. So I think it's gonna be very, very difficult, right? You can just click on my name, right? If I write something in the chat, like this, click on my name, and then you should be able to send me a direct message. Yeah, here we go. Thank you. All right. The next round is going to be about impossible flags. This sounds very interesting. But is it about places where, like on islands and very strange places of flags? I mean, the islands are the most difficult one. Okay, friends. Have we been here before? I'm not sure. Juicy Pants, not really, it's harder. It's provinces of countries, so not even countries. Mwahaha. This sounds juicy, Pants. Alright, we will try it. It's definitely something I would like to try. Okay, friends, where are we? Any ideas? Is this finally the 16th Capel, or how it's called, with Michelangelo and so on? But I don't think so. Hans Petram Tilificabo? Is that Italian or Latin? Is it Latin? This is Greek there. Yeah, then we need just 2 more rounds. Not sure where we are here. I'm not sure. I'm gonna choose Rome, but oh, it was the thing in the Vatican City. Was it the Peter's Dome again? Yeah, it is. It was the Peter's Dome. It was the Peter's Dome. Okay. Nice. Yeah, wasn't it? There was something Greek, I thought, wasn't there? On the linings, so a few lines were in Greek. Did you see that as well? Des rever Dota. Can I call you Dota? And great to see you here in our chat. How are you doing? Alright, this should be Berlin. Double B. Wait, on which side are we? I think we are on this side, right? Yeah. Right? No. We're on this. Wait. Here on this side. Somewhere here. Hello, guys. Oh, they're so happy. Happy to be here. Nightbot, how are you doing, my friend? Long time no see. So far, so good. How about you? Yeah, Wally, you're right. We have been in the Peter's Dome before. That's true. Exactly. I'm very fine, my friend Nightbot. How was your week? I think I saw you just last week, if I remember right. Right? I think even it was Friday as well. As well. Is this the Taj Mahal? Taj Mahal. Is it? Oh, the UFOs again. It actually looks like an axe, flying axe from Minecraft or something. Not that I played a lot of Minecraft, but... Nightbot writes, I don't know how I'm doing. My heart is not good. I'm feeling all kinds of way. Wait, what do you mean your heart? Like physically? Or just your mood? What is going on with your heart? Does someone know where the Taj Mahal is? If that is the Taj Mahal. Sorry for that. Brazil is out. We went on pants again, so I don't know what to say. What do you mean Brazil is out? What is Brazil? Like Brazil is out? Oh, well, World Cup. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Juicy Pants. It's in Agra. I'm sorry to hear that. But Germany is out, I think, already even longer. I'm sorry to hear that. Who did they play against? Oh, it's not sorry, it's Croatia won. Oh, then I'm happy. I thought you are for Brazil or something. Because Brazil is very popular, so, right? Okay, but where is Agra? It's right under New Delhi. Agra, right under New Delhi. And is this the Taj Mahal? It is. I mean, at least there is the Taj Mahal. But is this the Taj Mahal at all? because that was my first question. Ooh, it was. The Taj Mahal, isn't that a very impressive thing? Wasn't it built for a woman? For the wife? Yeah, Taj Mahal in Aschaffenburg. Exactly. Exactly what I was looking for. Is an Islamic ivory white marble museum on the right bank of the Yamuna in the Indian city of Agra. It was built, by the way, in 1600s. It's a lot older, younger than, for example, Notre Dame. Interesting. Okay, some football fans. Nightbot on the Juicy Pants, awesome. So, congratulations to Croatia. When is going to be the next game of Croatia? I didn't know that Croatia is so good at the moment, by the way. Alright, friends, that was quite a good round. Morocco is also very well. 25,000 points, friends. So let's try the tricky thing our friend sent us. So the link I should have here. Here we go. It's a very, very hard quiz. How are they called? Impossible flags? Can we find them already? Can we actually, like, subscribe to all the things you are doing? Juicy Pants? No? That would be cool. Because now I have first to send it to me. Oh no, wait, I can send it here. I'm funny. This should be the link. But I'm sending the one when we are going to start one, right? So then we can do all together. Of course, it's going to be a little bit unfair. Why do I have to write my name? Strange. Oh, this is different than I thought. Impossible flex. Made by our friend Juicy Pants 69. Is there someone going to join? Oh, and it's really a quiz? Wally, can you join or something? No one? Oh, Dan is loading. Awesome. Dan is with us. Dan is always nearby to help us. Here we go. How many people do we need to start? 20 rounds, 13 minutes and 14 seconds, and just 15 questions. Oh, Wally. Awesome. Wally is also with us. Good luck, guys. You're gonna need it. It's 20 questions. Yeah, 20. Oh, it's more than 15. Yeah, you have to correct then. Yeah, actually, 15 questions writing here, and here it says 20s. Yep. And you are the host, Juicy Pants? Dan, are you joining as well? Yeah, you added the 5 which are too difficult, right? I think we all going to lose, and just Juicy Pants is going to win. So you're not taking part? Dan is still loading, strangely. Did you refresh the site? Hmm? Or are you maybe uploading some projects at the moment? I think it should work. Oh, there he is. Dan is nearby. All right, so here we go. Let's start. Let's start then. 20 questions. Is there going to be music? What country does the flag belong to? How can we answer? Oh, we have to find it. Really? My god, I have no idea. It is not a country itself. It is just a part of a country. Oh man, I have no idea. Is it the very important and famous Poland wither? No. It was Denmark. Oh, no one knew that. How could you not know that? It's Denmark, friends. Do you like the flags which are red and white? Juicy? Is that something like okay, 3 fishes, a king, king's crown, red and white colors. And again, it's not Juicy told us that there's not going to be, it's not even most of the time islands, it's really just part of countries, like provinces. What? Oh, I thought someone chose the right thing. That was Russia? Why the crown? What? What is this? I think this is the very famous Nepal happy leaf. No idea, friend. It looks like the happy Klee. Do you like that? Is that also Russia, Wally? What do you think? This is awesome. What could it be? Green and white. But those flags really exist, right? It's not like you just made some up. Oh, it wasn't Nepal. Who would have thought that? It was Italy. Dan, you got something right? Are you kidding? Are you kidding? You knew one of the flags? What is going on here? I think it should be a country which likes Czech and some races. But you do like red and white. Juicy Pants. You have to admit. You have to admit. I think you do like red and white. Okay, I'm gonna guess it is France. Definitely. No. It was Germany. What? What? Can you tell us a little bit, Juicy Pants? Where from Germany? What is it from? Because it's not even from the 16 Bundesländer, if I may say. What is this? I don't know. I'm gonna say it's Greece. Because of the... but I don't know why why is there a green tree. It's a happy one. It's like it has some hands. But all flags are... It was Bremen? You're kidding. That was Bremen. Good to know. Good to know. It was not Greece. Again, Italy. They have quite nice flags there. Oh, now it's a totally different thing. Now we have to find something. What? Locate the largest city within this flag's area. Yeah. Yeah. The largest city within this flag's area. Yeah, I would say this should be here. Cordoba. Yep. Here we go. Oh yeah, almost. Almost. Look at this. It was Nicaragua. Dan, you have already 10,000 points. Are you something like a spy? How could you know that? Are you happy? Juicy Pants, very, very happy. I'm so evil. Oh, look at this. Okay. Okay. Is it something in the Arabic or Middle Asian region? What do you think, friends? What country does this flag belong to? Three golden tires. I would say those are 3 golden tires. Definitely, it's gonna be Syria. This is historical. Dan, you seriously know those flags? Are you kidding? Wow, what is this? This is a beautiful one. I mean, like sunshine, some water, some crops. This is Russia. No, was the one before from Russia? Where was it from? Wasn't it of the old Russian Federation? The one before? The one before was from the old Russian Federation? The largest city with the flag area is... Dan, what is going on in you? Are you sick or something? What is going on? You never told us that you know so good flags. You're crazy. Yes, previous was from Russia. It's from the Tyumen Oblast province. And what is this? Is it from Turkey? It's probably not Turkey. Maybe it's Tunisia. It's Turkey. I'm gonna say it's Turkey. So round 9 of 20. It was not Turkey, it was China. Of course. What is going on then? You have 23,000 points. China, help. Okay. Again, something very interesting. No idea. This is really, for me, it is absolutely impossible. I think Dan is really a hacker. It's the coronavirus flag. It is true? Wait, what? What is going on? Like the country. No, Dan, seriously, how do you know that? Are you kidding? What is going on? Are you using Google? You are. You're Googling it, right? What country does the flag belong to? The lion with a scepter. I would say it's Egypt, but it could be also a country which has stolen the Sphinx and the pyramids. Maybe it's Indiana Jones. Runa, Ataraxi, hello there. How are you doing, friends? Great to see you. We are doing impossible flags. It was not Egypt, of course. Obviously, it was Armenia. And in Armenia, there are a lot of flags, of course. What would I even Google? Yeah, I would make a screenshot and just use the Google picture searching. But this is awesome. If you know all those things, then you are maybe even more crazy than Juicy Pants. Does someone know the egg? Oh, is that something like the nuclear bomb from somewhere? Maybe from... Wait, where are the Marshall Islands? Nope. No, it was not. Yeah, of course, Dan knows everything. Dan is our... No, it's a flower. I'm fine, Runa. And by the way, I downloaded it today, Sea of Thieves. So soon I'm gonna try out everything works, and then I hope we can try it out, right? When do you have time on the next week? Maybe next weekend? What do you think, Runa? And Ataraxi wanted to play with you as well, I think. Shall we play all three together? The heart, the lions, and the language. Oh, that wasn't so bad. Yay, my first points, friends. Probably Friday or Sunday. This would be awesome. Maybe the next weekend, Sunday, then would be great. For a few hours, maybe. Wally is writing, and my... What is this? Is that something like an iceberg? Impossible flags. Maybe it's the place where the... I don't know. I mean, this would be too obvious, right? Oh. Really? That was Greenland. At least a few points. Yes, I'm the second. Who? Can we play team duel? How is it working, actually, this team duel thing? We can try. And did you see already that you have an subscription? Ataraxi gifted you one. He's a very nice guy. Okay, where are we here? The Black Moon. Isn't that West Sahara or something? Almost. No, really, Dan. What is... No, wait. Was that Wally? Yeah, you got it 2 days ago. Yep. Are you fine? Somehow, Runa, you feel like you're a bit... like you're a bit sad or something. Wally, was that you? Really? What country does this flag belong to? I think this is the flag of the movie Inception. What do you think, friends? Is that possible? I have no idea. Yeah. Let's say Egypt. Of course it's not Egypt. What was it? New Zealand. Obviously. Why was it New Zealand? No, everything's fine, Runa? I'm just asking. What country this belongs to? It looks like an old German flag. Or maybe it's the Netherlands or something? Or Belgium? Wait, isn't that actually Belgium the other way around? I don't know, friends. This is just crazy. This is just the crazy stuff here. Again, New Zealand. What is going on there? So maybe like a colony or something? Oh, a flower and a lion. And 3 grapes. So Runa, what are your plans for this weekend? If we are playing the next weekend Sea of Thieves, are you ready to play together with Ataraxy? If I would be, I would guess Australia. I'm gonna guess Australia because I believe you. I believe you, Runa. Probably still writing some more Sea of Thieves. Juicy Pens. This is again New Zealand. Yeah, there was 2 times New Zealand, if you're asking that. 2 times New Zealand. Is that wrong? Is there something wrong in your quiz? What was that? That was Canada? Oh, look at this. Dan, you are just crushing it. Usually you are so bad, as I am. But here you're really crushing it. What is going on? I got 4 points in this round. Whoa. It was almost Australia, yeah, it was Canada. Oh, I wanted to make you think to put Zealand 3 times. Yeah, you almost got me there. You almost got there. I mean, I choose Australia, right? Oh, is it like Hermes? The god of many things. But do you know what is interesting? I mean, the very crazy thing is that Dan still has so many points. I mean, what is going on? Look at this, 40,000 points. Have you thought that this would be possible, Juicy Pants? Runa, alright. I hope so. Oh, a dinosaur. Wow, this is really in the golden ratio, by the way. Very beautifully done. This looks almost like the flag of Rwanda. Rwanda. Or Burundi. No, it was Burundi. It was Burundi, I think. I'm gonna choose this Burundi. It's flag of Burundi. No, definitely not. Do you think he's cheating? Dan, are you really knowing so much about flags? Mongolia. 45,000 points. That's almost every third one is right. Dan Wright asks if you know graph. What is graph? Because knowing this many flags is impossible. I think as well. Now Juicy Pants and Dan are writing in crazy language. Okay, friends. Dan, congratulations. Unbelievable. 45,000 points. Not even the one who made this. Yeah. Wally, you're just better than me. You're just better than me. It's all fine. So Wally, to you, congratulations as well. Nonamir, hello there. Great to see you. We have done right now very impossible flag quiz, but our dear friend Dan achieved 45,000 points. Even the creator of the quiz didn't thought that this is possible. Wally, you're very good actually. But what you... Wait, what? He guessed flags while being blind. It is possible. How did you cheat? Juicy Pants. So Juicy Pants is the creator of this quiz and he's asking how Dan cheated. Just looking up the flag description. Wally asks, I had luck when she just intuitively... Can we do another round? Because I would like to see if I can cheat. So you have to go, Juicy Pants. In every case, thank you very much for this invitation. That was interesting. No, that would be bad. It's not enough time. You think so? Why? Just making screenshot and uploading it? Oh, an app. A photo app, which is saying which flag. Maybe. Alright, friends. Anyway. And by the way, Nonamir, how are you doing today? How are you? I didn't ask you yet. He just wanted to troll me. Yeah. Everyone wants to troll me. You're very good. It's a pleasure to hear. It's very nice to hear that you're doing good. Because I'm just fine as well. No, really, today is somehow a very chilling day. Though I was very bad in work. I mean, I did not accomplish anything, but it's all fine. What do you think, guys? Shall we try to focus today just on America? I really would like to improve to understand the differences between, for example, Ecuador and Chile and so on. This would be nice. Let's do duel. And I want to be in the team. You want to be in team with me? You're a cheater. But how does it work? How can you duel? I don't know how this works actually. Is that here? Duels? Oh. It's just a random guy. Dan, you are a content creator? Oh, we have some music here again. Listen to that. Oh, we are playing against Zodamoda. I thought that... But how can you do team duels? It was good content. It was. It was definitely more funny than just 3 noobs, yeah. This is true. Okay, friends, we are playing against Zodamod. We have to be better than him. What do you think? Can we do that? Are we actually cheating if we are playing together? I mean... Does it count as cheating? I mean, we are together better, right? It's not like we are cheating. It's actually, it's what we are, right? The Gary Boy bus. What is here going on? Friends, are we in the Philippines? Or what is this place? I don't know. And how much time do we have? Till the other one is choosing something? I would say it's Sri Lanka or the Philippines. What do you think, friends? Tum, 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 tum. What do you think, Dr. Florence? You're now suddenly so quiet. Now I'm totally confused. What is going on here? No one knows where we are, or no one wants to cheat. Oh, Dan is back. I didn't know that you go somewhere. Nonamir is thinking very hard. Okay. And I'm not showing the right things. But look at this. We have a lot of English words. They're not using Thai. I would say it's Philippines or Sri Lanka. I'm gonna go for Philippines. I don't know how the dual thing works at all, actually. Let's go for Philippines. Oh, we really have to find out where we are. Yeah, we are here. Oh, and then this starts. Bam! Get this, Zodamoda. That wasn't so bad. I'm sorry, Zodamoda. I don't know who you are, but we're crushing you. Crushing. Huh? We're good. Nearby. Don't be afraid. Then you just work when you have to work. Khangilskaya. ДНТ Ургаса. Okay. Улица. Khangilskaya. It's maybe Russia. It is maybe Russia. You work 24/7? Yeah, but at least sometime at about this time every day, you're just enjoying to be here and chat with us, enjoying life, and cheating. just kidding. Even now, I'm doing research for my tournament. In theory, this is true. This is true. Have you started already your own map? Wait, where is the sun? How far in the north are we here? East? It's quite far in the north. And Russia, I would agree as well, Wally. I would say we are here, I don't know. Dan writes, my guesser guy is moving to new country. What do you mean? You have no video? What kind of video do you need? Oh, look at this. Our front, crushing you. Bam, Sodamod. So you need a trailer. I would say we're in Prague. We're in Prague. Let's crush him very fast. Like, bam. Like this. You don't have time. We are faster. Sodamoda. Bam! 5,000 points. Get this. Okay, I'm sorry. Zodamod. Yeah, to get a better is crushing it. Threads. Okay, that was something. It was something. That was cool. Wally, you liked it? Nonamir, how did you find this? I've never played Duel before. We are just OP, OP. Oh no, it's QP. I thought it's OP. OP points. What? Imagine that he feigned you? You mean like he would defeat us? No. They could never. No one can defeat us. We are one power. Right? Show up in chat and complain? Oh, that could be possible. But actually they don't know that we are streaming. I mean, it's not like everyone knows Together Better already, right? Yeah. That's what Nonamir was writing as well, Wally. So Wally has written, he's going to find you here. Dan is writing, by the way, why you didn't register for the tournament yet? How do you know that I did not register? And get $50. This is right. He gets our name through the game. But I think if our name would be Together Better Twitch, maybe we should do that. Because they should come and learn with us together, right? Crushing other people. Dennis writing, I have notification on Discord for registrants. Yeah, you said that there are 3 people, right? How do you know that I'm not one of them? Maybe I am. No, I'm not. Okay, what do you think, friends? Shall we try another duel? No, actually, I would like to try now something like America. Is there something like South America? South Africa. South America. I want to try this. Oh, this is very hard. This is exactly on our level because we are so good, right? It's very hard. Average score is 8,000 points. Wow. Dan Rance, and you didn't invite me on Discord. Oh, I didn't, not yet. I'm very rarely on Discord, but I'm gonna do that. Yeah, easy, let's go. Let's go, friends. And everyone who wants to join, don't hesitate. Take this beautiful link here. Yeah, especially when everyone is quiet, yeah. We are really cool. Yeah, everyone is sitting and thinking, yeah, could be, Yeah, but we are getting better. I can feel it. Okay. Right. Kilometers. We are on the metric system. It's not the USA. Doesn't DBR mean like Brazil? What do you think? Nonamir. We are again on the same wavelength. Then you're not joining? That's fine, it's okay. I'm gonna say you got cheated anyway? No. It's Brazil. It's Brazil on the 248 kilometer to happiness. Look at this. We just have to find now 230 and then we're there, right at the perfect spot. Right at the perfect spot. I can tell you. But I'm not sure if you can find 230. I mean, we don't have to get all the 5,000 points in one round. It would be okay to get the right country. For me, this would be enough for today in this mode. What do you think? 248 kilometer point on road 230, yeah. Then, in any case, as usual, thank you very much that you have been with us. It's on the right of Brazil. Oh, there it is, by the way. Wally, is it in Brazil, or is it, or do you mean it's in Peru, left side? Okay, now 248 kilometers. So maybe here. I can feel it. This is the right spot. This is the right spot. Ah, in Brazil, but right. Okay. So in the east. But is that Brazil though? I mean, this means really it's the 248 kilometer. That's the funny thing. And Brazil has this yellowish middle line. Interesting. Oh, to say east is difficult? Ooh. What? Oh, look at this. The street goes so far. I did not see that it is so far in the east. But Wally, that was awesome as well. Look at this. Very good. Yeah, it was. Did someone had advertisement right now? Did I understand it correctly? That someone had... Okay, this is the flag of... I'm always mixing them up. Is that Venezuela or Colombia? Or Ecuador? The bird is in Colombia, right? Yeah. You got it? In Colombia? Oh, you got an advertisement? Interesting. I'm still figuring out how it works because it's very new. Venezuela has some stars and no bird. No, Venezuela is just the colors, right? Or is Ecuador just the colors? Okay, let's get the feeling for Colombia. I hope it's not like an embassy here or something. That would be not nice. Okay, so if we are in Colombia, then it is interesting that the taxis have orange plates, as it appears. Oh, Nonomir is getting confused. Sorry. What do you think? Maybe it is Ecuador. So Ecuador has the bird, maybe. No. We're in Colombia. Right? Okay. So we are going to take a look on the flags after this round. But I think we are in... There's a wall in Ecuador? What do you mean by a wall? In Ecuador is a wall. What are you calling wall? Wally. Funny. Wally tells us something about a wall. In Ecuador. So you mean at the border? Oh, you mean there's a painting? Yeah, this says Ecuador as well. So it's probably Ecuador. But now we have to find out where in Ecuador. Can we see some sea? There are some mountains there. Some mountains. Oh. And we have been in Esmeraldas. So now I want to take a look on the flags. Ecuador flag. Yeah, Ecuador flag is with a bird. Colombia flag is without anything, right? The same colors, but without anything. So just to remember, Ecuador has the bird because it's closer to the mountains in Peru. Let's say it like that. Colombia doesn't have anything. It's just clean. Colombia doesn't have anything. And Venezuela has the stars. Yeah, and Venezuela has the stars. Yep. Yeah, that's difficult, right, Wally? What do you think? It's quite difficult. Okay, Venezuela has the stars. How many stars? 3, 6, 7, 8. 8 stars. Okay, Colombia has nothing. So it's between Venezuela and Ecuador. Has nothing. Ecuador has the bird. Venezuela the stars. Alright, this is good to know. Good to know as well, right? Okay, next round. You can figure out some associations with that. I think so, yeah. I mean, as I said, Ecuador is closer to the mountains in Chile. So this is why there's a bird. And this helps already. If you know then that Colombia doesn't have anything. Should be enough. And short yellow. Short yellow. Short yellow what? Oh, yeah. By the way, you're right. Venezuela has a shorter yellow line. Okay. Indeed. Okay, but where are we now? Here's some... Is that Tesla? Or is it the diamond? What is that? Some yellowish middle line. What can we learn about the poles? So far, nothing, right? I don't know where we are at the moment. Okay, we are in Brazil. Guys, ladies, gentlemen. We are in Brazil. So this is how Brazil looks like again. I think the last time when we were on the road 230, it was also so yellowish, correct? There was the domain is BR. Domain is BR. I'm very good in domains. As you remember, I don't even know how Ireland was. But usually the domains are helpful, right? And though I learned today as well some Portuguese. Portuguese is a very strange language to me. Yeah, Ireland is IE, the first one. And IR is Ireland, Iran, yeah. I will not forget that anymore. I will not forget it. But do you see? I think really we got something here. Oh man, I did not choose anything. So it appears to me like the Brazil roads, they have this yellowish line in the middle, right? So this is already the second time. Okay, here we go. Some water. Awesome. I think this is important, right? Isn't it? Okay, here we go. The next round. We have some yellowish plates. Very yellow. Aguila. Aguila. Refresca nuestra pasión. I think this is Espanol. I think. Yeah, some good road meta. Yeah, yep. It's exactly. Venta de equipos con planes postpago pregado. Oh, I'm not sure if that is Espanol. But the plates are really meta here. Meta game. But I don't think that is Brazil, right? It feels different than Brazil so far. Somehow it feels different. Oh, it says pare. Is that Portuguese? No, right? Okay, and we have here a plate. A very yellowish plate. I think some of our pro gamers told us a few days ago that there's just one country which has yellow plates in South America, but I can't remember which one. No clue? Yeah, me neither. Me neither, unfortunately. Servicio de cafetería. No, this is Espanol. I think this this is in Spanish, because in Portuguese it's E, like an E in German. Email. This is something that I know so far in Portuguese. So yellowish plates. Was it Peru? Or Bolivia? Is it maybe Bolivia? With the yellowish things? I mean, we will see in a few minutes, definitely. In a few minutes. Few moments. Okay. It was not Bolivia at all. Wally was with us, but it was Colombia this time. So is it Colombia with the yellowish plates? Interesting, don't you think? Colombia, yellowish plates. And it was the beautiful city called Valledupar. But I was right, it was Espanol. Haha. So maybe a little success there. A little success. Here we go, friends. Let's do another round, right? Another round. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I know where we are. Some utilization, electrical bolts, meta. Okay, white plates. White plates. Colombia, yellow plates. BR, yellow road separations. Yes, exactly. Extremely messy utilization poles. Where could this be? Indeed. But this is a very good summary, by the way, Nonamir. I was thinking in my head about like something like like a map. A map similar to the one with the different languages, similar to the one with different sides, but now with different colors of the plates, right? This would be nice, actually. Oh, this garbage cans, they look very strange. They look very strange. They do, doesn't they? Look at this. Very strange. What is this? I mean, who is doing such things? I mean, it's actually maybe quite smart because it's not lying on the ground. Right, maybe the snakes or some flower pot, garbage can, bird nest, everything that you want, Nonamir. You can put everything there that you would. Even your children, if they are not in a good mood. Or your dogs or kid. Yeah. All of the above. Yep. Okay. I still don't know where we are, though. I think we got white plates before, right? Where were white plates? I think we are maybe... How far are we actually in there? We are quite far in the south. I think maybe Chile has white. I don't know. I really don't know. Let's try it. It was Brazil there. It was Brazil. So the very strange garbage cans was in Brasilia. In Brazil. Crazy. I want to see it actually one more time. So what can we get? Is that some kind of a meta of those things? I mean, it's just a stick, basically a wooden pole. The garbage things, I don't know if they're everywhere in Brazil. So the plates in Brazil are white. Is that the thing? Were they white before, or are there differences between different parts of Brazil? This is something I'm curious about. But look at this, actually. We got here again the yellowish middle line. Favela style electric cables, indeed. Do I have some drops? Wally, no drops. No drops on my side. Should be fine. So actually, we had the chance. Yeah, there's the Brazil meta. Interesting. Very interesting. I think this is very cool. Very important. Useful. Okay. Pew, 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 pew. In every direction. Something. It wasn't so bad. And Wally, you were with us very well as well. I mean, we were basically very similar. What do you think, guys? One more? Probably the last one for today. Today is gonna be just a short stream because people want to party and I don't want to stop them because of yeah. So they have to choose between my stream and party. Just kidding. But everyone would like to join in. Nonamir, Wally, and everyone else in this beautiful world. Yeah, very thoughtful, right? Otherwise, yeah. It would be a very rough choice, right? Oh, is that the meta? Yellowish lines right away. Yellowish middle lines. Brazil. And the poles, can you feel it? This is the Brazil style. Wood. Wooden poles. Could be very, very indeed Brazil, I think. Yeah. I think so. Could be it. Could be. But yellow with the white in the middle? I think the white is the old thing or something. It looks a bit strange. But you are right. What if that is the new meta of another country? Wally, what do you think? Are we in Brazil? Oh, I can't get there. Just small steps. Panaderia. Is it the land of the pandas? In Portuguese? Maybe? Panda land? We are quite far in the south again. San Antonio? Closer, bliska? Very close to San Antonio. So, is it Brazil? Is San Antonio in Brazil? Isn't Pandaria the sandwich places in Italy? Good question. But I think we should be somewhere in Southern America, right? But maybe you're right. Oh, Wait, was I wrong about the Spanish the last times? Because here's again this Uverdreria. Panaderia. San Antonio. Where is San Antonio? Somehow I got the feel. Oh, we are. Oh, it was in Montevideo. Oh, Nonamir. Good thoughts. Very good thoughts. And I think we got a new meta. Yellowish, middle line, and a white, not really line, almost line, in the middle. But wrong? Why? But it was Argentina. Oh, it was Uruguay. Not... okay. I thought we are in Argentina. Yeah, Montevideo is, of course, in Uruguay. But wait, which language is Uruguay speaking? Oh, it is not Spanish. It's also Portuguese, right? No, it is Spanish. It is Spanish. So it was... At least the language was right. Oh, Runa, you're here. Hello there. You want... I don't know how we can duel, actually. You want to duel just against me again? Start a new party? Actually, we can do that as well, right? Doesn't matter, actually. Does it? Team duels or just duel? Let's just duel. Alright, duel. Oh no, wait. Something's wrong. Oh, I have to give you this link. So let's duel. Let's duel with Runa. She's going to crush us again. But why not? Don't touch any settings. Okay. Is everything okay, Runa, though? Yeah. Please help. Runa is already miles in front of us in terms of... So, please. 15 seconds. It's gonna be very difficult, actually. I don't know. I get the feeling like something is going on. You are a little bit, you know, just asking. And are you sure you should we should leave 15 seconds? I mean, it's not much, right? Yeah, I'm not gonna not gonna have time to think actually. 15 seconds. Oh, the time starts when one guesses. Okay. So I'm gonna guess right away, so that you don't have time. Are you ready? And put wise put and put HP to 12k. All right, let's do 12k. 12,500. All right, let's go then. Good luck. Good game. Well, good game, well played. No, have fun now. I don't know what the kids are saying. Have luck. Yeah. Good game. Why are you crying already, Runa? What is going on? Good luck, have fun. Yeah. Good luck. That's what they're saying. Oh. What? Are you kidding? You are kidding. This is not believable. What is going on? I mean, how could you know that it's so fast? I'm not even sure that this is right. I know where it is. Have you spent the whole week in GeoGuessr? Are you like GeoGuessr now? You are... What is this language, friends? Maybe? But this is nice, Runa. This is awesome. Hungry. Or maybe I should be silent. Shh. Don't tell Runa. Oh my god. Iker Vizavaros. We have 7 seconds. Yeah, Nonamir, we know that from yesterday, right? Oh, music, right. Sorry for that. Mixed up music. Thank you, Wally. We are... behind the red car. Any ideas, friends? Is that Italian? No, it was again Hungary. Why are they so often hungry? What is going on here? Oh, it was plus 36 country code. And do you know the country codes? Nonamir? Yeah, Wally was right, but Wally, you have to refresh. You're a little bit behind. What? I did not even know that you have chosen something already. What is going on here? Oh, another music. Are you kidding me? What is going on? Can I use a joker? Yeah. Nonamir, that's what I thought. That's the only thing that I was thinking. Okay. Oh, it was a round which is giving us live. Yeah, but I did not hear the bell because I was trying to solve the thing with the music. Are you kidding? Runa. What is going on? Road sign. What road sign? Oh, the three things. It's again the three things. Yeah, it was Ukraine. You teached us the three lines on the peasant thing are Ukraine. That's what Runa told us and teached us. Man, Runa, you are crazy today. You are just crushing it. You're crushing us, actually. What is this? This is 50-50. I chose Italy. Why didn't it count? Yeah, I cannot keep out as well. It's just too fast. It's just too fast. It's gonna dong already. Dong. I think I'm gonna have nightmares with this dong, actually. Dong. Yeah, it's Arabic. Dong. I don't think it's Emirates though. I don't know where we are. Oh, it was Tunisia. That's interesting. Why was I further away? Yeah. Okay. 12,000 points. What? I did not see the R at the end. Good game. Yeah, good game. Runa? Awesome. Just amazing. That was just amazing. You're doing very, very great. I'm very impressed. That's very good. Thank you. Thank you for the game. So what do you think? Maybe one more time, but a little bit more time? So like 30 seconds at least? Maybe one more round with 30 seconds? 20. If you want, we can add one more time. Yeah, let's do a little bit more time. At least 35 seconds. 35. Otherwise, I'm not so precise here. Okay, friends, one more round. Okay, here we go. This guy looks like me, right? It's perfect me. But now I'm gonna go 100%. Oh, so this was, you were just warming up? You were just warming up? Oh, definitely gonna have nightmares about that. Something in Northern Europe, I think. Schleswig. I don't know. Netherlands? Just a feeling. I think it's a little bit more in the north. It's too many mountains. It was Switzerland. What? What? Okay. So Nonamir, we were totally wrong. This is so fun. I like that. I like that. What is CL? No mercy. Chile. Yeah, no mercy. But it's all fine. Thank you. Thank you that you're not giving us mercy. It should be a honest fight, right? Contabilidad. Contabilidad. Is that the name or is it? Ha! There we go! We're getting closer, friends. We're getting closer. Oh my god. Das hier vollständiges Assortiment Gas lesen. Beschikbaar. What is this? Runa is exploding. I have no idea where we are, really. Is it Finland? Is it your place? Netherlands? That was too late, sorry. Nonamir. That was too late. Sorry for that. Okay. Oh man, this is so nice. I like it. How many? 8? 8. I think it should be Spain then, right? I don't know, friends. The time is passing by too fast. France? France? Really? Okay, France. Let's choose France. You get a feeling of France? Franzuski? Oh, but it was Liechtenstein. The beautiful little Liechtenstein. No, it was not. Wait, what? I didn't even understand where it was. Oh, the mystery. Mystery is coming back to us. Parque de Jogos. What is PT? Portugal? Maybe team duels next if people want to join in. S word Spanish. Yeah, I think PT, right? Is Portugal? Isn't it? Here we go. Here we go. But it was far more from the north, of course. Of course. Okay. Yeah, of course. Runa knows already where we are. Because it's obvious. It's obvious. Italy first feel. I'm gonna go for your feel, Nonamir. No, losing that feel. Oh, I did not see what you have done. What you put? What? I put it to the wrong place. Ooh. So one round without any points to anyone. Whew. Wow, look at this. It feels like there's gonna rain. But I think I'm not thinking about the right things. Oh, Runa is not that fast this time. She's waiting a little bit longer. No, why are you putting it in Antarctica? Lay as on 100%, as you're told. I don't want to get some cafeteria yummy. We are at the cafeteria yummy. I know this place. This is definitely somewhere here. Yeah, hopefully it doesn't kill me as well, Insta, right? Punta de Venta. Is that the place? Wait, what? We say Jacques yesterday too. What? What means Jacques? Jacques? Did we say Jacques yesterday? Prasmanan Nabil. Rupie. This is on Earth. Ataraxi. So, sorry. Thrax with Jack we saw yesterday. We did? With Jack we yesterday. Who's using rupians? Sri Lanka? Infast? Indonesia? I gonna trust you. This is our friend. Our new friend. It's Indo. Ooh. He's the fast one. Hello there. Welcome to the chat and thank you. Thank you. This is a nice one. Int 64. I think he's exactly fast enough to counter Runa. Transcoma containers. It's good. It's good to don't have a coma. Oh man, Runa. You're really getting me here. Any ideas? But it looks nice. It looks nice. I don't know. Somewhere here. Ooh. That was just my choice. No one was helping. No, Nonami, you were too late. Leuven is Belgium? Alright, awesome. I did not know where we are at all. What is that? Is that a cat? What is this animal? What is this animal? Oh, it's a cow. Okay, sorry. But it was important. It was important. Might be a good game. What is that? Is that Greece? Isn't that the trash cans? No, they're not. Focus. Focus. Wait, I choose that. What was going on? I choose. It was so slow. It was so slow. It was too slow. Good game. Runa, one round of applause to you. That was awesome, Runa. You're just amazing. You are just amazing, Runa. I wanted to put actually to Ukraine, so probably I would survive, but it was too late. And you saw as well, right? That I put it actually here in Ukraine somewhere at least. Strange. But anyway, okay. Alright, friends. That was awesome. Thanks to Runa, it was also exciting. That was interesting. Yeah, chill music is back. Friends, for everyone who's new to the channel, thank you that you're here. Thank you that you are giving follows. It really helps the channel, and I would like to wish you all a beautiful Friday night, morning or day, depending on where you are. Team stream today, yeah, that was awesome. And good games to Runa. Runa is just amazing. You're really amazing, GeoGuessr. It makes me really happy that you are so good. Because it started... You have been once worse than I was 1 week ago, so... Awesome, Runa. Just amazing. Yeah, I'm already ending for today. Fridays is going to be always quite a short stream. So, I wish you all a beautiful time. Is there someone whom I can rate? Any suggestions? Probably someone who is geoguessing. Or if you like something else, you can give me someone. Yeah, that's what I wanted to try. Someone who is geoguessing. That would be nice. I think. Okay, so who is there? Who's there who we can? Someone in English? Oh, there's someone playing tournament qualifiers. So, what do you think about that? It's gonna be Rainbold. Oh, is that someone like a pro gamer? I don't know. It's gonna be Rainbold. Looks like a nice guy. He's one of the best players, really? So say hello to Rainbow. He looks nice. And one more time, thank you very much, friends. That was awesome. I wish you a beautiful weekend till probably tomorrow. Sometime. I don't know exactly when. But bye-bye, friends. Thank you. Bye-bye, Noname.